What's up, everyone, and welcome to the 30th episode of the Envision Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Brad's Gaming, and as always, I'm joined by Clownish Joe.
Hello, everybody.
And Triple Bravo.
Howdy, folks.
So this week, we are taking a break from the norm, and we're just going to be catching up with each other. So we're going to be doing this every single month from now on. Bravo came up with a funny name of KETCHUP. We'll call the episode. We don't know if it'll stick.
It's not trademarked yet, so please just take with it what you will. Don't know if that's going to be the actual name.
Yeah, who knows? So, but to go along with it, we also want to start something that could be fun for you guys as an audience as well, which is we're announcing our game of the month. So each of us will pick a game that we want to play, or it could be something that's relative to something coming out relatively soon, which in the case is why we chose the game for this month, is Sekiro. And basically...
We're not all individually picking. We picked as a group.
Yeah. Well, in the future, we might have like an individual game or whatever.
Well, then that's not as fun. Not everyone will be able to play through with
that's
us.
Brad's game.
We need to pick as a group.
This is a democracy.
Yeah, get out of here with this crap, Brad. This is a group effort.
What are you talking about? All right, anyways. So, we definitely encourage you guys play with us if you have the game. If you don't have it, pick it up. Obviously, it has really good ratings. Bravo and I have not played it. Well, spoilers, we have played a little bit of it. But we literally just started it. Yeah. By the first week of every month, we'll be doing these catch-up episodes. And so next month, we'll be giving our impressions of the game, talk about our experience, give it a little bit of a rating, and definitely encourage you guys to write in, tell us about your experience playing it as well. So, simple enough. But we can move on unless you guys have anything else to add for
I have one thing.
Game of the Month.
What do you guys think the next month's Game of the Month is going to be?
Well, the game doesn't come out until
doesn't matter.
The end of February.
Doesn't matter. It's just going to be Elden Ring. We're going to have 3 weeks of nothing, and then just Elden.
Bravo doesn't know what he's talking
democracy, and we are 2-1 ahead, so he's out of here.
Anyways, so we'll figure out the next game, obviously for in a month. Anyways, we'll move on to question of the week.
You handled that so well, Brad.
Which is what is your favorite food? Bravo.
Oh crap.
We're gonna make Joe last because he was hyping us up.
Oh man, my favorite food.
I'm gonna have some spice. It's gonna throw you ladies for a loop.
Like ramen noodles or something like that.
Nope.
I think my favorite food is I don't know. It's okay.
Didn't come prepared.
Okay, there's two foods and I just can't decide between both, so I'm going to talk about them. There's a Euro, a Mediterranean, lamb, a little pita bread in there. Get some of that.
The European equivalent to $1.
Get some of that garlic sauce, tzatziki sauce, whatever. Delicious. Or you have Thai food, the pad Thai chicken. There's this place 2 blocks from my house, sells the best Thai food I've ever eaten in my life, and I can't decide. So I'm gonna marry the two and say Mediterranean Thai food. You're welcome.
Okay.
Blocked and reported. That's cheating. Probably breaks every rule ever on this podcast.
He breaks every rule and he makes half of them. You ever notice that?
He makes a rule and then he's like, all right, now that you guys have a rule to follow, I'm doing it.
Hold on. I know how to solve this. Even is Thai. Thai food it is. I just rolled a dice for it. Thai food is my favorite. My favorite song. Favorite music. Favorite food. Not music.
Okay, so for me, I'm pretty basic guy.
If you say
very
sandwiches
vanilla.
or something, man,
no, not
pizza.
that.
Applebee's.
You know what it is.
Monsters.
Bravo. Do you remember that? Do you remember that calzone I had?
This guy This guy comes into the Discord one day and he's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Well, nothing much. I just got calzone. That's cool." And then I hear wood cutting. And I'm like, "What is that?" He's like,
no.
I'm cutting my calzone.
It was a little crispy, but it was good. No, but as funny as that is, honestly, it actually is probably pizza. I'm pretty simple. I don't know. Pizza is like it's like that easy home food that you're just like, oh yeah, I feel comfortable. Comfort food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, simple. I could have been like cheeseburger or something like that too. I like cheeseburgers a lot. Like a lot.
Classic.
Cheeseburgers are good.
Classic stuff. Yeah. All right, Joe. You've been hyping up yours. You're like you're never gonna guess it.
My favorite food is cauliflower.
You're a liar.
What? You're a liar.
My favorite food is cauliflower.
This man's got COVID. He can't taste anything.
Cauliflower is so versatile.
Oh my gosh.
And then you could literally just put like salt, pepper, olive oil, throw it in the oven, heat that bad boy up, and bone apple cheese.
Okay.
Apple pie is pretty amazing.
All right, Joe. I want you, next time you've got a head of cauliflower, I want you to turn on your video camera and eat that in front of us without gagging or just like unable to finish it.
I literally eat the whole head by myself.
That's good.
No one
You
else
guys,
in my house
I
eats
can't
it.
wait to record that and put it on the internet forever.
Do you guys have like cauliflower pizza or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I don't like
it's not
it.
bad. It's not terrible.
So,
I've
oh, go ahead.
no, because so Bethany's gluten free, so sometimes we would get like cauliflower gluten free pizza, and the cauliflower was definitely better. Whatever the gluten free thing that they did, which as weird as it sounds, both of them are gluten free, but there's like a gluten free one that was a pizza place when I was living at the old place, and it would like just crumble. It was really rough, and it was like so dense. I feel like I had to take a cup of water, drink the entire thing before I took another bite.
No, that doesn't sound like proper cauliflower crust at all. So there's two places in my town that do cauliflower crust, and it's thin crust pizza, and they get it like shipped in, and it literally has no taste, but it doesn't add carbs. So like I don't feel like that like bloated, like want to like just go into a coma afterwards. So I really prefer the cauliflower stuff.
Whoa. That's how you know you've successfully eaten pizza is when you go into a food coma and you contemplate life after
that is
it.
disgusting.
You need to eat the entire pizza for one, and then
I'm a big dude. I eat a ton, and I can't do that.
How much you weigh?
Eat the whole pizza. Me? 230.
Yeah. I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, well, I eat a lot.
I'm bigger than you.
I'm bigger.
I'll eat you.
I gotta get
belly.
that's where my goal weight is, 230.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting for right now. Yeah.
I bet I eat more than you.
I bet you do too.
Joe knows. I eat like a garbage truck.
I bet you Bethany eats more than you.
I'm
not even.
I watched this.
I bet you she does.
Someone out of house and home.
I'm not even gonna fight
Bethany. She she like basically stops herself from eating a ton because she's like doesn't want to, obviously. But when she's like in a like, oh, I'm just eating, she'll kill food, like literally food competition type style. It's kind of impressive.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
and she's tiny.
It's wild, especially. Yeah, she's 5'2", 100 and maybe 20 pounds, maybe. She eats more than I do. It's crazy. I literally double her weight. Oh, Anyways, we'll move on to because we're gonna take the ketchup to, catch up on each other, what we've been playing, what we've been doing, everything. So, Bravo, what have you been playing?
You say that enough, it's gonna just stick. We can't change the name.
I'm trying to get it to stick so Joe can be mad.
Okay, so first and foremost, I beat Dark Souls 3 for the first time. I just got in the mood. Like we were talking about Elden Ring, we were doing this and that. I was like, I just have to play like some From Software stuff. So I went and I beat Dark Souls 3. I play Rocket League pretty much every day. Joe got me on this chess kick. I'd never played chess before except for like against my great uncle when I was 10, you know. I've been watching this YouTuber Gotham Chess, and he does like highlight videos, and we watched the highlight of the the World Championship? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it was the World
Classic Championship, and I really like what Gotham Chess puts out, so it actually got me into chess. So good for him, good for us. I'm terrible at it. I also played Due Process. It's a game I bought on sale a while back, and then some of the friends in the community bought it, and they're like, "Hey, you guys play Due Process?" I was like, "Oh no, but I own it." So I played with them, and it was terrible. The game was great. Playing with the goofballs that I was playing with in the middle of the night, horrible, absolutely horrible. Like I'm pretty sure they were falling asleep or something because we would like gear up and they would forget gear. Like, okay, we're gonna blow this wall. Nobody brought explosives. It was horrible. I played a little bit of GTFO. That game is tough, but it's a nice challenge. You just got to be ready to spend like an hour, maybe two, on maybe completing something. A buddy of mine is trying to get all of the achievements in the Halo Master Chief Collection, so I've been helping him. So I've been playing that, and also playing Halo Infinite a little bit with the same group. Just shooting around stuff whenever we get bored, going for achievements. And two other games: Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. It's not very hard, but it's like ripping and tearing through the 40k universe. So I just jump back to it every once in a while. I'll do a mission or two and have fun with that. And then I just started Gothic Armada, which is another 40k game. I learned yesterday that game's campaign is like 80 hours long. So yeah, so I'm gonna be stuck on that for a while. I don't know if I'll ever finish it, but I really wanted it just so I could like zoom in on all the different 40k ships and like do like a 3D view and look at all of them. So yeah, that's all I've been playing.
So, what did you play in Dark Souls? Like what class?
Oh,
Is it just like a knight, like a melee type one, or
he was a strength build.
He was a mage.
Well, I went into strength, and then I got a sword that I really liked. I cannot remember the name of the sword, but it
was a Carthage curved greatsword.
Yeah. It was a curved greatsword, Carthage curved greatsword. I really liked it, so I started specking into Dex, and Dex ended up being my highest spec. So I had like 28 levels into strength and like 40 levels into Dex, and then vitality and whatnot. I also spec'd a little bit into faith just to like do something different. And my secondary weapon, actually, since I surprisingly had a whole bunch of Titanite shards and the various different levels of Titanite, I was able to get that up to level 9. Like, it was basically maxed out. So I would switch to that whenever I wanted to do something different.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, you guys have been on that kick, and I've been like trying not to start it up again because I've started Dark Souls, the games. Obviously, I played them a bunch, and I do like them, but I'm like, I also don't want to get burnt out right before Elden Ring too. And we decided the Sekiro, so I'm making that like my only one. But watching you guys, I'm like, I really want to play Dark Souls. Just the atmosphere and stuff is so cool in those games. So, I was only a little bit jealous. How about you, Joe? What have you been playing?
Chess. I've been playing a lot of chess. Chess.com is where you could find me. But I started through Dark Souls. I'm the first Dark Souls remastered. I got like 2 bosses left before I beat it, and then the DLC. And then I plan on going through Dark Souls 2, 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all before Elden Ring. Been playing some Ocarina of Time. I actually got a breath of fresh air of PUBG into me that we've been playing quite a bit here in the Discord.
Dude, you randomly played that for a whole day.
I played it for like 3 days.
I did see that. I wasn't on the day when Joe was doing it, but like I went on my phone and I was like, oh, I'll click on there and I won't join the chat. I'll just see like what people are streaming. I'm like, I'm just curious. Whatever. And I see he's playing pub like PUBG. What the heck? This is random.
Everybody said the same thing, and then I told everyone it's like my 3rd most played game on Steam, but nobody sees me playing it since it like came out. So, but the goobers haven't been on to play it with me, so I haven't been playing too much. I don't enjoy solos that much. Unfortunately, got back into Smite a little bit, playing with some old buddies. Still playing some League here and there. Played some Due Process. I tried DayZ for the first time. And God, talk about it. That game, it could be so much fun if you could just like find your friends or spawn with your friends. But I'll spawn in the southwest corner and my friend will spawn in the northeast corner. And by the time we run for 34 minutes to meet each other, one of us dies of starvation and then spawns in the other corner. So that's that. Didn't get too much into it. I got a gun and some bullets once and ended up getting trapped in a house by a bunch of zombies. And then some lady ran in and she was screaming, help me, help me. And then some other player came in with a double barrel as I ran out of bullets. And I turned into part of the ground. Played some Due Process, played some GTFO, and played some Hearthstone Battlegrounds here and there. But realistically, I haven't been playing too many games, and most of the time I've been spent gaming is been in chess, realistically.
When did you play Due Process?
The night I bought it, or the night it was gifted to me.
Huh.
I could tell you if I look
No,
it up.
it's not like
it's
specific. I don't really care.
Yeah, we were playing it the other night. We were 3-manning, and we made some buddies on there.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. I didn't have the issues you did. Like, I had a cohesive team that was actually plotting things out and doing things correctly.
Oh, they were plotting things out. They just weren't following through.
No, we had some really good games, and definitely look forward to getting some more of that. But I also had a ton of fun with GTFO. Not since we had a full group and able to, take our time, do things right, screw everything up, and struggle together. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've realistically been playing. I don't got too much more outside of just a little bit more chess that I'm playing right now as we speak.
What's that rating in chess right now?
My rating?
Yeah.
627. I'm real good, like.
Man.
Basically, just waiting for them to give me my GM title.
I just want to let you know, I beat
You beat chess?
I beat it. I played and I beat it. I beat that level 250 guy. The CPU.
That's hilarious.
I'm just saying, my puzzle rating is like 1480, so.
You're basically there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, even though you mentioned League, you guys have not played almost at all, or when you have, it's been when I wasn't.
Yeah, we haven't been playing much, and a lot of it comes back to after my family issue. I just literally haven't been playing many games.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
I forgot. I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh yeah.
And then I also played Star Fox Adventures with a friend that we basically the same situation as Bravo with his old games. We didn't have a memory card growing up, so we'd always get through like the first area and then quit and never progress. So now that we're older and have memory cards, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, dude. I need to get
But
my doggone my PlayStation cleaned so it doesn't catch fire and die, so I can play Legends of
your
Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon.
I look at it every day. It's right there, right in front of me.
You just never get to
I am right there with you. The only thing I have hooked up is the PS5, and everything else is like tucked way deep into the closet over here. And but we're looking at possibly hanging some stuff up and organizing things, getting the TV mounted to the wall, getting rid of my stand that I've had forever, and getting something a little more sleek, because this thing is bulky.
Yeah, Brad, you should just get that stuff out of the closet. Just come on out of the closet. You know, just come on out.
But I guess I can move on unless Joe wants to add anything else. I think he said he was.
I'm just gonna keep talking that way Brad doesn't get to talk. But
All right, just keep talking about chess. That's all I want to hear.
I really haven't played anything else, but Brad doesn't deserve to talk. He's, we know how he is.
Oh my, tell me about it.
Just
you just have a boring voice, put everyone to sleep.
It's that soothing voice. That's what I've been told.
I don't know. I'm just saying, everyone comes here for me and Bravo, and then there's Brad.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what happens.
So I started playing Inscription, which I actually purchased it in October, and I started it up real quick, but I can't remember why I stopped. I decided to restart it, and the game is really fun. It's an interesting concept on like the deck building kind of roguelike game, I guess it would be, but it's also got like horror elements to it. It's pretty interesting. So I'm not too far into it. I think I put like 2 hours into it. And then another one that's kind of similar to that is also Monster Train. I've heard tons of positive stuff about this, and the game was on sale for like $10. So I'm like, I'll pick it up and try it out. And I watched some gameplay, and I was like, okay, it's interesting. I like how it's like Slay the Spire, but they, instead of you attacking, like just having attacks and whatnot and defensive blocking, you're spawning like these different monsters onto your train to defend instead, and then you have your spells that you cast from your hand also. It's pretty in depth and cool, actually. I like it better than Slay the Spire as of right now. So that, then Sekiro, obviously, as we stated, I just started that. I'm probably 45 minutes, an hour into it. That's about it. Got shot by a cannonball, and I was like, this is going to be a good checkpoint for me right now, and call it a day. Anima Reign of Darkness. So this is a Diablo clone that I decided to start up. So I heard some decent things about it, watched some videos, and it resembled Diablo quite a bit. I streamed it a little bit on Discord, and Bravo's like, these people need to be sued.
I watched through it and I was like, this is real close. Like
it's pretty close. They've taken a lot of liberties from each of the games, kind of in their own way. So I actually made a video on it on my YouTube channel, just kind of going over, and I don't know how often I will upload them, but I decided like when I play through one of these games, I'll make a video kind of going over them and giving my opinions on how they compare to the Diablo games. So yeah. Then I also played through a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. So this one it was also on sale from that winter sale, and it has all of like the DLC and stuff, and it has actually a lot of DLC. So I just been playing like every once in a while. I get a little time, I'll play through, and it has like the story because it kind of follows the anime from back in the old days. I just been going through that a little bit, just for something a little bit different for card game wise, and then Hearthstone, obviously. that's about it. It's been pretty laid back. I haven't really done. Hearthstone's actually been pretty laid back for me. Like I'll basically finish up the quest as fast as I possibly can, and then I'm like, I can't do much more. Battlegrounds, I haven't really enjoyed it as much. I feel like it. I don't know why. I'm kind of like
He's
stalled out
just
on it.
tired of me knocking him out, but whatever.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So we'll go into our news segment, which we don't really have that much unless you guys have more to add. I only found really like the PSVR2 announcement that came out. So basically a short and sweet kind of overview of this. They announced that the display resolution for each eye is going to be 2000 by 2040 and have smooth frame rates for 90, I think it's 90 FPS and 120 hertz. Which is nice because I don't know if you guys know, the original PSVR was 720p, and that thing used to kill my eyes. It was like really blurry. It was rough. The headset base controller, it has headset base controller tracking, and the PSVR 2 Sense technology combines eye tracking, headset feedback, 3D audio, and innovative PSVR 2 Sense controller to create an incredibly deep feeling of immersion. So I'm kind of excited about this controller because of how the PS5 controller is really, really good. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping they make this thing really good. They did also, this is one thing I didn't throw in here, but they mentioned that it's not going to have a camera, kind of like what the old one did, which is great. I'm hoping there's not.
It would be nice if it's wireless.
That's what I'm thinking, though. So I'm thinking if they can remove a lot of things and have it to where it's actually wireless, like the Oculus Quest 2, this thing will probably be the best VR headset that's probably affordable.
Well, saying the
'cause-
best, I think they've really kind of just surprised everyone and kind of went above and beyond because all the competition, Oculus, the HTC Vive, all PlayStation, all these guys, they're all headed in the same direction. It's kind of funny, but Oculus did it first, but they did it poorly, and everybody else kind of capitalized on that. But this VR2 is real. I mean, 2K in each eye, and they have the eye tracking, which everybody's been talking about for forever now, where they save energy and graphic intensity by only showing you technically like the upper resolution where your eyes are focusing because they can track your eyes, and then the peripherals are blurry. So it's pretty unique little bit of technology. I'm happy that it's made it mainstream. If this thing does everything that it says it's going to do, wow! Like I've been kind of on the edge of getting a PS5, and if this is good enough, I might have to venture off into the old pocketbook and finally pick one up because it would be nice to to mess around with this cool VR headset again.
Yeah, let me get through the rest of it, and then I'll continue with what you were saying. So they have headset feedback. It's a new sensory feature that amplifies the sensation of in-game action for players. So it's basically they created a single built-in motor with vibrations that add an intelligent tactile element, bringing players closer to the gameplay experience. And on top of that, they also announced that there is a brand new from the ground built up Horizon game called Horizon Call of the Mountain from Guerrilla and Fire Sprite. So also just really quickly, also going off of what Bravo was saying, the fact that if they can get this out, which I think we're about 2 years probably away from this thing. I mean, they didn't even show anything. Like, we don't have a controller to look at. We don't have an actual device, a headset, anything. But if this thing comes out, let's say in 2 years, and it's able to play the old PSVR games as well, that alone will help out a lot too, because then if you have the PSVR games, you already have a small library that you can see not really blurry killing your eyes, and a higher definition.
They would be completely remiss if they did not make it backwards compatible. There's no reason for that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's something that could hold it back with the technology, because obviously almost every PS4 game is backwards compatible on PS5, but some aren't. And maybe there's something with the VR that would hold it back. But overall,
the only thing I could see is like the headset piece's actual resolution. It might not scale up really well.
Yeah. So, yeah, but overall, I mean, you guys got any other thoughts? I think it's really cool. I've already got this on my sites. I love VR, and I feel like this will probably be the best one when it comes out, as long as it's wireless. If it's wired, though, if you're tethered to something, I'm kind of more iffy on it than not. I still probably will pick it up, but wireless is key.
If wireless is key, and it'd be real cool if they got Resident Evil 4 on it, but
I don't know. Is that I wonder if that's like a timed exclusive.
I think it's just an exclusive period.
Capcom said
it could change.
Capcom said Resident Evil 4 would only be on GameCube, and he would you could cut his head off if it was on any other platform. And
Well,
look at it
I'll
now.
get the pitchfork.
Yeah.
I just have to insert my opinion here. I don't really care about the cabled portion of a headset. Like, I would rather just have clean connection, right? So it's like an on-off switch. Like, it either needs to be perfectly fine as a wireless headset, or just give me wired, because I much rather not have that disorienting like jar that you get. I don't know if you guys have ever desynced a headset before, but it essentially just like starts rotating with your head, and it's wild. I'd rather just not do that.
I don't think the wired part of it is as big of a deal as actually the camera is the biggest thing that I had an issue with, because with the PSVR, the old one, there was a clear range of motion that would be missed, kind of like if you played let's say you were playing Super Hot. I don't know if you guys have played it. Yeah, so I've played it on both the PSVR and the Oculus Quest 2, and the Oculus Quest 2 you can perfectly fine, no issues, nothing. It's literally perfect. On the PSVR, it looks fine, but if you actually like turn and the camera and like your body blocks the remote at all, like the controller, it will completely mess it up. Your hands will like all of a sudden tweak out. Your hand will go across the screen, and it's definitely an issue. The camera was huge. I mean, there was also a golf game I played on it too, and it just wouldn't register stuff because like my arm would go just out of the camera when I'd swing once and this. So I think at the end of the day, just having the camera removed and being able to track the controller through the headset or whatnot will be a huge improvement.
I will say this: I'm not against a battery pack, like a little backpack you put on, a little lightweight backpack. And if you're gonna do a lightweight backpack, you might as well add some like pressure plates,
rumble,
to give you that feeling of immersion. Sony, you listening to me? I know you are.
I hope they're not.
Also, give me a rocket so I can go to the space when I got this backpack on, and
maybe a little belt, some socks. Just give it all to me.
If I have to wear all this, it better be a full dive.
Yeah.
I think, I'll be honest, I feel like the controller, I don't know what it's going to be, but I really want it to be like gloves that you put on.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I've always thought that. It's like, why can't it be that? And then just like have props that you buy, so then you are simulating the motion. And then it's like, oh, buy the pistol prop. And then you can hold the pistol.
Heck yeah, I just want to add even more stuff to make this niche category of gaming even more niche. That I have to buy more
Joe,
pieces.
Nobody's talking to you. Just shut up, Joe.
I'd love buying more
let
pieces.
The boys, let
I
the
got
real men
plenty
talk,
of space
Joe.
to have. I'm gonna get like a toy box as an adult to keep all of my VR toys in.
No,
With your Spyro figure,
no,
your Jinx,
you do the
and-
Iron Man thing, where you step into the little platform and you're like VR turn on, or Alexa turn on my VR, and it like comes out and like grabs onto your forearm and puts the helmet on for you.
What you need is we need our own VR room. When you boys come into the garage, whenever that is.
Yep.
We'll get it. We'll set
We'll turn
up.
the garage into the VR room, and then
Yeah.
we'll live above it.
There you go. Perfect. Set up. Have you seen the? There's like these. I don't even know what it is. It's like a treadmill, but it's like a circle
Yep,
that you
I
stand
know
in,
what
and
it
it
is.
like wraps around your waist.
Mhm.
And you have to wear the goofy shoes, and you run
Yeah.
in place.
Question.
I don't know how that works.
Question
I've never
about
done
that.
it. Or anything.
You remember the old ball mouse?
Yep.
Do you have to pull that treadmill off and like clean out the dust in the corners?
Yeah, you remember that?
Probably.
It's a pain in the butt, man. Probably got to do it really often. How much dirt's probably going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though, here's the thing. Even though you're making, like, I understand what Joe's saying, that you're making it more niche. You need it to be simplified because you want the average person to pick it up and just pick up and play. But I feel like VR is kind of it's more hardcore than not. Even though Bethany pays the crap out of it. But I feel like she'd almost want to be more involved with it if it was more immersive. Like, that would be something that would be, a drawing point to it. It's like, oh, look, I'm actually feeling the tactile function of, like, pulling a trigger and feeling pressure when I got shot. And I feel like a little smack on the shoulder or something, right? You got shot in the shoulder.
I think that.
I don't know. I feel like that stuff would, or you get punched in the face, and you got a broken nose. Right?
There's definitely a market for it, but
Just like a little
they
clamp.
have to do it.
Just snap.
Oh, God.
They have to do it in the way that like the Wii did, where it's like an additional thing you could get but not required, but you could still play absolutely everything with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, like, let's say they had the gloves, right? Maybe that would be the, like, advanced option for a controller, right? Like, so say they have like a regular controller that worked, like, let's just say like the Oculus Quest 2's controller. It works pretty well. But then if you were like, oh well, I want to have the more advanced stuff, you get this the gloves that you put on, and then you get all the other features. But you don't have to. Every game works with the basic stuff. I think that might be a decent way to go about it. Anyway, that would just be more money for obviously whoever wanted to
like,
have the more real stuff.
money over time, like, I don't know.
Anyways, VR, I think it's coming to a cool place. We could do I think at some point we probably will do a full episode on VR in general.
Probably so.
But that'll be in the future. Maybe it'll be when PSVR 2 comes out. Who knows? So we'll go on to games you have purchased.
Yeah, so we
Since,
thought this was a hilarious question because, at least in our community, everybody always jokes about, like, what games have you been playing? That's nice. How many games have you bought this month? Like, how many games do you have in your Steam library that you've never even downloaded? So, Brad, why don't you go first this
Sad
time?
thing is, all right. So, as weird as it sounds, mine's pretty low, and the ones that I did purchase recently, I've actually played. So I mentioned Monster Train and Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. So both of those, like I said, they were on sale for the winter sale on Steam. There were other games, but I'm not even mentioning them. I don't know if you guys will, but the free Epic games, obviously I claimed them, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I haven't played
I
any of
didn't
them.
want
I haven't done anything. Yeah. But I
didn't
did
buy a free game.
Technically, I get a receipt in my email, okay? I just want to let you know. I do get a receipt saying, thank you for your purchase, just like PlayStation. They send me a receipt all the time. It's annoying. But I finally finished. This has been a long time in the making. my PlayStation 1 Collector's Edition set. I've been trying to get all of these Collector's Editions for a while. And about probably 2 months ago, I finally found one at a reasonable price. So I picked up, it's the Collector's Edition with Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, and Fighting Force.
How much does this cost you?
It was about $130 for that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where it's the last one.
Yeah.
I now have the, it's like, all right, don't really want to spend it, but whatever, I'll pull the trigger and do it. But when I was originally looking for them, it was probably about 6 months ago. I had all of them except for this one, and I'm like, okay, I just need it. Look on eBay. The only ones that were available were brand new copies, and they were $400 to $500.
Oh.
And I couldn't find a single one that was used. And then I finally found one. It went for like $150, and I didn't pull the trigger then. I was like, I don't know. Didn't end up pulling trigger. He sold it. Another one didn't come up until literally December, and I was like, whatever. I feel like I'm never gonna see this. I'm just gonna buy it, finish this. So done. But yeah, that's it. I do have stuff on the horizon of like wanting to kind of pick up when they're cheaper. One of them is literally NBA 2K22 because I'm just in a basketball mood. So I'm like, I wouldn't mind playing it. The bad thing is I have 2K20 on PlayStation. I downloaded the game and I'm like, maybe I'll play it. It literally doesn't work on PlayStation 5. You download it, it says, oh hey, it says something like this game might not be compatible with PlayStation 5, like it's not fully compatible or something like that. I'm like, okay. Like whatever.
They're
So
trying to do you a favor.
They're trying to do me a favor. Well,
Yes.
I want to play it. So, anyways, I try to start it up, and it like doesn't work. It says you need an internet connection, and obviously I have one. I had to install it through the internet, so it was a pain. I just wasn't happy. But anyways, so when that goes down in price, inevitably, I'll probably pick up the 2K22, and that'll be my one sports game purchase for the next 5 years. And that's it. Bravo, what about you?
I have been on a little bit of a spending spree. It was Christmas, so there's a lot of things on sale. So with the From Software stuff, I bought Dark Souls 2 because I didn't own it, and I swear I have played that game, but I don't remember so much of that game. I don't know. It must have been on a drunken stupor or something. So I'm going to replay that game from start to finish. I bought all the DLCs for the Dark Souls games. I bought a game called Spellforce, which is a Diablo-like type game, but it turns into a 4X game at certain points in the game. So basically, you progress through the campaign, and I don't know what the story is, but you become like the mayor or the king of a town, and they're like, okay, we need you to defend against the horde. So whoosh, it becomes a 4X game, and you build out your town and you defend against the army, and then it becomes an RPG again. It's a really cool idea, and it was on sale, so I picked that sucker up.
Is Spellforce an older game?
Yes.
I am almost positive that when I was a kid, I went and I bought this game, and I played it like probably middle school.
Wow.
I barely remember it, but I am almost positive that I played it because I looked and I was talking to some guy at like EB Games at the time, and I was talking about Diablo, and he's like, "Oh, this is supposed to be somewhat similar to it." And
yeah,
I can't remember what I thought of it, but
it totally like just like went around me. Like I didn't know it existed until just a couple weeks ago.
Now you're gonna make me go see if I own it.
I also purchased The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing.
Hey.
A friend in the community was playing this, live streaming it to us, and it looked like a decent game, and it was also pretty cheap, so I picked that up. And then I picked up Death's Door. Actually, Brad and I, when we watched through the Game Awards, Death's Door showed up and they were talking about it, and we looked it up and this and that, and I was like, I have to have this game. Like, it's going on the list, so I look forward to playing that. And that was it for me as far as purchases go. So just like, I don't know, $50, $100, I don't remember. What about you, Joe? Chess.
It was a real tough month for my pocketbook, but I did not buy a single game.
That's lovely.
This month.
You won. You won this month.
I did it. I finally did it. It's taken about 25 years, but here we are.
Oh God.
I just played, games I already had, and chess. And you don't buy chess. You just play for free.
Mm-hmm.
Chess.com.
Come join.
Anybody ever want to?
Are you getting sponsored by them or something? What's going on?
I wish.
What's going on here?
I wish. Chess.com, if you're listening, hit your boy up.
Just a little something.
You ever need a level 600 to throw some chess around? I got you.
Oh man. Maybe not.
Yeah.
That
No,
too much.
I mean, I didn't buy any games, but I got Returnal for the PS5 for Christmas as a gift. So I'll count that. But that's it. I haven't bought anything. I've saved all my money up and spent it on my new tattoo. So that was 10 games worth of money right there.
They do be expensive, that is for sure.
Yeah. This is by far my most expensive, but it's also by far my largest. So naturally.
I'll be honest, when you sent that picture, I was like, fiending to get one right now, man. That's not good.
I have another appointment for the 18th, but there's not a chance that I'm able to both get off work and have the money to be able to do it. So I'm going to end up having to reschedule, which is unfortunate because I got the itch. Yeah. It's back. Yep. This is my first tattoo since like 2014.
Oh wow.
So
yeah, I've got tattoos in the barrel, like completely drawn up, ready to go, and I haven't went and found a tattoo artist. 2020 came around and I was like, I'll wait. Who cares,
I just don't even draw them up. I just tell the artist, like, hey, I want something like this. Do your thing.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
I don't know why. I am, like, Joe's tattoo is super cool, but I don't know if I could wear, like, there's something about me where I'm like, I don't know if I'd wear something as on the nose as that, right? Like, that's like, this is Nightmare Before Christmas versus like, so let's just use an example of like, I was like, oh, I want to get a God of War tattoo. I don't know. I feel like it'd be like, for me, I've always been very like, I like symbols and whatnot, like that. When somebody looks at it, they'll be like, oh, it just looks like a cool design. But then maybe
Brad, I can see a turtle on your arm right now.
I don't have a turtle.
It looks like a turtle.
They're tiki heads.
It's tiki head.
Well, it looks like turtle heads.
I did think about getting a turtle, which is kind of funny. Polynesian turtle on my arm.
Oh
yeah.
But
I
don't know. I just really don't care what people think in general. But it's Jack and Zero and Boogie and Sally. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
There's not really much else I could get from Nightmare Before Christmas.
So like
a symbol of it.
An example is my buddy. He gets like right on, like he has the Majora's Mask dude with the mask right on his forearm.
Yeah, Skull Kid.
Yeah, the Skull Kid. Yeah. So he has him right on his forearm. He's got like all the turtles on his one arm. He's got a bunch of Star Wars stuff, this and that, and he just owns it. And I'm like, I don't know why I can't like just. I feel weird.
I'm debating currently if I'm gonna get a sleeve, and I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it like all Zelda or if I'm gonna do it video games in general. or like even not necessarily video games, but like me stuff. So like I'd get
Yeah.
like Jingwei and Jinx and like Link and Zelda and other shows like Ed, Ed and Eddie and Courage. I haven't decided
Yeah.
what I want to do yet.
I thought about doing something kind of like that on my leg because I feel like I could hide that more. Even though I always said I wouldn't get something on my forearms just because like I wanted to be able to like hide stuff for like professional sake, but here I am.
Mm-hmm.
Tattoos on my forearm.
Always said never neck or face or hands.
Yeah,
From
that's
wrist up.
that is
and,
now
like,
the
covered
new
by a t-shirt.
Yep, that is the new I guess limit is I don't want to do anything on the hands, don't want to do anything on the neck, face.
If I could wear a long sleeve shirt and pants and have it all covered, that's completely fine.
Next time you see me,
then I
I'm gonna
take a
have-
long sleeve shirt and pants off, and it looks like I'm still wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants.
Yeah. Next time you see me, my throat's gonna be tattooed. I'm wearing turtleneck all the time. Oh man, but I guess it kind of goes into a little bit of what Joe's been doing, but because it's been a while, what have you guys been doing? But Joe, continue it. You got the tattoo. What else have you been doing?
So, leading into another tattoo idea, we as a Discord family watched through all 3 Hobbit movies and all 3 Lord of the Rings movies, and I never watched through the Hobbit movies previously or the extended version of Lord of the Rings. So I had a lot of new experiences, and Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite series in general.
Mm-hmm.
But the extended edition really just puts a little bit extra in you.
I feel hurt a little bit. You said the Discord family, and I was not there.
Where were you, Brad?
Yeah, where were you?
I don't know where I was, but
Do you care where you were? You don't watch anything.
I watched. Wait, what did I watch with you? Major Pain. I watched that,
and we watched the first Resident Evil movie.
we watched the first Resident Evil movie,
Brad.
and we watched Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forced you into
Coco.
that one.
Yeah. Coco was good.
We did watch Coco, and we cried as a
Brad,
family.
without doing the exact math, I'm pretty sure all those movies is like 18 hours of video.
We watched 18 hours
for
of
Lord of the
Rings.
Rings. How do you have this time?
Well, we didn't do it all at
I
once,
don't-
but
We're here anyway. Like
I'm saying
why not do-
I'm saying like that's a lot of
I
time.
did other stuff while I watched them. But
But that's because you've already watched it. Like I'd feel like I have to. If
I did
already
nothing
seen the
else.
movies,
I
I would
watched
have
them.
to. I'd have to be focused on it because it's like
yeah,
I want to
even
take
though
it
I've
in.
seen, like the first Hobbit, and I've
Yeah.
seen most of the Lord of the Rings minus the extended parts, I still watched Lord of the Rings. I did nothing else.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there, including listeners, that watch The Lord of the Rings once a year. Like, it's just like a thing that they do. They're like, oh, it's about that time, and they just watch it. And the exact same for me. And I love watching it with people who haven't seen the extended edition yet, because it's like,
It's all about old
it's
Toby.
exasperated. They're like, how did they cut this from the original movie? Like every 15 minutes, it's a new extended, like, little clip of the regular, like, the theatrical release. I'm like, how do you cut this? This is so important. Or, wow, there's a lot of weed in this show. Yeah, they smoke Toby like a
The
lot.
Hobbits and Gandalf are all potheads.
Token baby.
Yeah.
So Bravo, I'm sure, loves the fact that I did start the first movie. I watched, I think, an hour, and I fell asleep.
Dang. All right.
But the thing is, to my defense, I was very tired. It was late at night, and Bethany actually likes the Lord of the Rings movies a lot.
Well, good.
And she goes, I can't. She's like, you need to watch them. I'll watch the second one with you if you get through the first one. So I need to get, because she watched the entire first one. And she's like, you were snoring. I'll see you later.
What bothers me the most is whenever we started this podcast, Brad wanted to do a entertainment in general, like including movies and TV, not just games.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to talk about all the
And
things,
then
I was saying
here we
in
are,
general,
Brad only plays games, watches nothing.
I I once in a blue moon will watch stuff, but it's tough. So when obviously before when I was younger, right, I would watch tons of TV shows and not tons, but I watched a lot more than what I do now, and movies and whatnot. And I would usually what it was is I'd find something, I'd binge the crap out of it, and then move on and do whatever. So I just kind of balance out what I enjoy more than TV shows and movies. So if there's something I really like, I will sit down and watch it. But for me to start it up, I'm like, it's tough because I could be it's like, all right, I have this free time. Say I've got like 2 hours. I could either try to start something or I could play a game. And like the time is limited, so you try to juggle it all. And a lot of times I can multitask while I'm playing a game. I could like do like Hearthstone and watch like a YouTube video or something. But problem is I'm not 100% watching the YouTube video. I'm not 100% playing the game. If I'm watching like a movie or a TV show, I want to 100% be invested in watching it, not like, oh, what did he say? What was that? Who's that character? I'm like 2 seasons deep and I don't know what the character's name is.
Oh man.
Something, right? So, yeah, I don't know. And when I was saying, I feel like it should be entertainment in general of like, we could talk about like funny stuff that's happened to us and everything. Not just like TV shows. Obviously you could talk about TV shows, but you could talk about like, oh, I almost got robbed by a guy in a wheelchair when I was 18. He was an electric wheelchair. Stuff like that. So anyways, anything else that's been going on for you, Joe? Lord of the Rings? Chess. Mike, just that's it. Bravo. Take us away from this man.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yep, go.
So for those of you listening that don't know, I purchased a bus about 6 months ago with the intent to convert it to a livable camper, and she's all stripped down. I took a little extra vacation over Christmas break and built up the driver's side and passenger side framing. It was kind of a feat just to get the supplies. I did not imagine I was going to run into that big of a hurdle, but it basically took me a whole day and a half to just acquire all the supplies I needed because of end of year stuff, because of the world state with the supply line stuff and all that good stuff. I don't know. It surprised me, even though I work daily in supply and demand related stuff for my job. I didn't think it'd be that hard. Still working out. I've plateaued on my squats, so I've actually tapered back on weight and just working on like form, getting like real low, like making sure I'm not trying to push myself to the heavier weights and, losing out on form and whatnot. So really working on that right now. Started up a Unity course before December or at the beginning of December. It was November. Yeah, started up a Unity course in November and kind of got away from it for the holidays, but back at it, dang near through a whole like arc of the course, trying to get good enough to kind of write my own games, and we talk about it all the time. Even if you've been listening to the podcast for, I don't know, last 15, 20 episodes, we mention it every once in a while, but we really would like to make a game. I think that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And the last thing I'm doing is updating my resume and looking for a job. I've reached the point of seniority at my current job, and like most things in the last 40 years, like you reach a certain point where you are valued more than what the company will pay you, because you can go apply at another job that, I have 5 years experience, so they'll give you like the senior position with the senior pay. Currently I have the senior position, not the senior pay, so like I gotta go find a new job. It sucks because I like what I do, but I'm maybe looking to move over to the East Coast with the boys. We can at least be in the same time zone, maybe even neighbors, maybe even garage neighbors. Brad, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but if I could get the bus finished, I'd have sky's the limits.
I do have I got a real nice spot for the bus too.
I know that was that is a real nice spot. A whole cemented drive right next to the garage. You can't beat that, dude.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing.
All right. So for myself, I also started the same. Bravo and I actually started the Unity course at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
We both had basically the exact same arc for this class. Started it in November. I went on the honeymoon in December. That's what killed it for me. Didn't touch it, and then I had to restart it. So I restarted it. I think it was last week. I got through a little bit. I'm just a tad further than Bravo, not much.
Well, you've been blazing through it, dude.
I blazed through the one day. I had this like weird moment of like inspiration. I was like, I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, and I did like 3 hours of just coding stuff. And I was like, then I worked, and I'm working out, just kind of doing everything. So, and so like I said, game development stuff, we really do want to build a game. I think once we get this stuff kind of actually finished, we'll probably mash our heads all together and try to figure something out. But I just started working out last week. New Year's resolution type thing. I actually started it like 2 days before New Year's. But I was like, I gotta just do this. So I started doing like those like at home workouts, which seem kind of dorky, but it's a lot more intense. So I've been doing it, and I already feel a lot better conditioning wise. I just feel better in general, so I'm happy I'm doing that. Obviously there's always house stuff going on, so whether we're putting up blinds, putting together bed frames, putting desks together, and shelving, and this and that, so it's just like nonstop. So this weekend I might actually rearrange and do stuff in the office. I might hang up stuff. The boys surprised me and bought me a display for both of them. Bought me a display for Christmas that I had absolutely no idea. Whatever. So still mad at them because I didn't get them anything. So I feel like a bad boy.
Well,
naughty.
It is not required to send gifts to everybody.
Well,
like you could just.
I actually thought about it, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I was very busy at the time trying to juggle everything, and now I'm like, I just done it. But I'll obviously get you back. So, I already told him that too. And the last thing is, I actually, Joe, I'm looking at you here. I started a TV show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Sounds like crap.
It's
really good. It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's actually a good show. It's pretty fun.
I remember when that show first came out. That show came out swinging.
Yeah, it's just like the whole thing in general. It's just a funny show. Like it's not the best comedy I've seen. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's like the best, but it's just entertaining enough to. It's like that mindless entertainment where I could sit down, I watch a quick episode. Usually, like even after this, probably after the podcast, I'll sit down. Maybe Bethany and I'll sit down and watch a quick episode, and then we go take a shower quick, go to bed. Just get a quick episode in. So that's pretty much what we've been doing. Is we'll watch. We had one day where we like binged through 4 episodes or so. For the most part, we usually just like watch 1 or 2 every once in a while. Depends on if I'm going out there watching TV or not. Which, as
Did
you
you finish
guys
The
know.
Witcher yet?
No, I told you I've never started it from the beginning. She started it again, literally. Like And I don't know if she's like starting it completely over or if she's just starting it in random places or whatnot and just watching stuff. Because I just jump in and it's always at a different place that I've never seen before. I've never like rewatched something. So I'm like piecing it together out of order. But yeah, that's about the extent of it. Nothing too much more to add for what I've been doing.
Well, good on you, man. You've
Yeah.
we've all been pretty busy. It's good stuff. It's good
Yes.
catching up with you boys, and we're gonna end the podcast there. I had a good time this time. I like this episode. I look forward to it every month. Just kind of
Catch up?
yeah,
You want to catch up?
yeah, just catching up with the boys. You know, catch up.
Play Sekiro.
Yeah, the game of the month is Sekiro. If you want to play along with us, we're gonna try to beat it in a month's time, and talk about it afterwards.
Whoa. This is real ambitious.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could beat this game.
it's fine. It's fine. You can try.
I'm gonna put as much time as I can and try to. But there's no promises that I actually beat it because I am not very good at these games.
Brad can't use magic, so he has no chance of beating this one.
There's not a prayer. Listen, when I got shot with that cannonball, all dreams were destroyed. Okay, so it was rough.
And for those of you still listening at the end here, we have a super secret heads up announcement where we are working to get some overlays, some brand new overlays made so we can live stream with our faces, probably on Twitch, maybe YouTube, and then we'll release the podcast where it will be our beautiful faces instead of these cartoon faces. I do like this splash art that we have, but we're just trying to upgrade and go to the next stage of the podcast, and it seems where YouTube is kind of where our whole audience is migrated to. So we're just gonna follow that. We're gonna get the faces in there. We're gonna start having to wear real clothes when we record.
You guys are gonna get to see the absurd positions I sit in whenever we're doing this.
Yeah, so look forward to that. I don't really know. We're working with an artist to do it, so whenever they get that done, we'll get all the kinks worked out and release that in the, let's say it the third arc of the podcast, if we can call
Maybe
it that.
next week.
Maybe so.
Maybe 2 weeks.
Hey. All right, folks. Like, subscribe, comment under the video if you haven't already, and you can yell at us on Twitter at envision_org, and we will catch you next time.